Give us your name and what you do.
David Russell. I don't really do anything. So this is a Buchla easel, and I have with it
That was me.
a looper, and I have it plugged in together so that I can take triggers from my looper, go in through the card, and send it to my sequencer. So when I hit play, I can. This is on the looper hitting play and generating the triggers that are telling this thing to go to the next step. And I use that. I have the ability to switch the divisions on it. So like slow, medium, fast, and it's always quantized to the beginning of a loop. With that, I can change. I mean, I have a lot of patches on this, but the one I kind of go to is triggering the envelope generator.
No, are those stored on the card, or what do you say you have a lot of patches?
In my head, I
in your
just
head.
kind of. I mean, this is like very easy to patch synth, so it's like, oh, if you want something weird to go on, you could start putting like random into the pitch control for an oscillator.
What role does the card play?
You can store presets on it, or you can use it to get external gear into it. So it has these jacks on the top that's like to card and then from card. So you can have additional circuitry on here to like take a signal, do something with it, and bring it back into the synth from it. So it could be like a internal signal that you want to change how it behaves and then goes back into the synth, or it could be external. But yeah, I'm going to try to keep this really quick because
And the card overrides the front panel.
it can. You can either do local, both, or remote, which is just everything on the panel is controlled by the card.
How many presets can you store on that card?
One.
One? Is it?
But you get many
The card
cards.
is the preset.
Okay.
So yeah, you switch it out.
Each card's a preset.
They also make one that is actually a digital one.
Oh, yeah.
That you can actually program from your iPad.
Okay.
Yeah.
That it stores like 20 or 30
What year is
presets.
this? I mean, what?
2012, 2013 or so.
Originally 76, 77.
Originally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Had it changed much since?
I mean, it sounds a tiny bit different. The panel's laid out a little bit differently, like the frequency and modulation on the modulation oscillator are switched. There's a way to trigger the random from the sequencer, which is really nice, because otherwise you have to do that with a card.
Because if this is built off of the 200E, the 200E actually, they replaced all of the op-amp and transistor circuits with little computers that are emulating each function. So that could be what this is.
It's still analog.
Yeah, this one's still on.
Is this semi-mod? Is some of it hardwired?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
for the most part, yeah. For instance, if you want to take an oscillator signal and you want to modulate it, this is already patched in. You just have to change the amount of modulation you want or the waveform. Which is funny. But I mean, one of the go-to patches that I have for this is just a really simple, like, take. This is gonna sound kind of weird, but kind of create a sequence of gates and have your keyboard ready to go. And so like that's recorded into my looper right now, and I can. I have a little modulation. It's not even recording right now, but you get the idea. You can add a whole bunch of these and make it turn into something like, I think this is the last thing I was playing on it. But it's pretty nice to be able to have an external gate source and be able to, even if you have like, say, like a patch where you have a sequence going. This is a recording. So, I said I was going to be fast, but I'm taking way longer than I wanted to. So this is like a simple sequence, which is going as fast as it can. And one of the things I like to do is change the pitch and like just start slowing it down, or so it's like the same pitches that were being played, just at different speeds and at different octaves. So just silly things, or adding in another step so you get some weird rhythm differences.
So the clock is really important to keep things in sync, it sounds like.
Oh yeah.
With a looper especially.
Yeah.
With a looper with a sequencer, yes.
Or like another one to add a little bit of variation is just randomizing the timbre of one of the oscillators. Or just playing with the speed.